From Real to Real, the fairy tale love story of Hyun Bin and Sun Yijin that captivated a nation. There are love stories that spark fan theories. Then there are those that feel like the perfect script, crafted with just the right amount of coincidence, chemistry, and destiny. The romance between Hyun Bin and Sun Yijin, two of Korea's most beloved stars, is one such tale, a story that began with mutual admiration, simmered quietly behind the scenes, and finally burst into the spotlight with a drama that took the world by storm. Before Crash Landing on You ever entered the picture, both Hyun Bin and Sun Yijin were already royalty in the Korean entertainment world. Hyun Bin, the charming, reserved heartthrob known for his stoic roles and quiet magnetism. Sun Yijin, the nation's darling, acclaimed for her emotional range and elegance both on and off-screen. Their paths first crossed professionally in 2018 when they were both cast in the crime thriller film The Negotiation. Ironically, despite working together, they never actually filmed any scenes face-to-face in the movie. He played a hostage-taker, and she played a crisis negotiator, communicating only through screens. Yet, sparks began to fly even then. Fans noticed how natural their interactions were during promotional events. Sun Yijin, known for her warm but composed nature, couldn't help but smile a little wider around Hyun Bin. And Hyun Bin, typically reserved, seemed visibly relaxed in her presence. Joking, laughing, gazing. Then came the first wave of dating rumors. In early 2019, paparazzi claimed the two were spotted shopping for groceries in Los Angeles. Though both agencies denied the allegations, brushing them off as a coincidence since they were both abroad for work, the whispers had already started. Something was different. Fate has a curious sense of humor. Shortly after the Negotiation project, both Hyun Bin and Sun Yijin were cast as the leads in a new romantic drama, Crash Landing on You, a love story about a South Korean heiress who literally crash lands in North Korea and meets a dashing military officer. The drama was a phenomenon, not just in South Korea but globally. The chemistry between the two stars was electric, undeniable, and breathtaking. Every stolen glance, every soft smile, every touch, they didn't just act in love. They looked like they were in love. Viewers became obsessed. Not just with the storyline, but with the possibility that the love unfolding on screen was real. They're too good to be just acting, fans insisted. Social media buzzed with slow-motion GIFs, behind-the-scenes giggles, and even subtle touches between takes. And then there were the interviews. When asked about each other during press events, Hyun Bin's eyes would soften. Sun Yijin would giggle, then dodge the question like a teenager with a secret. Their co-stars often smirked knowingly, choosing silence over denial. The air around them was thick with something unspoken. While Crash Landing on You concluded in early 2020, its impact was long-lasting. The pandemic may have closed borders, but fans across continents continued to ship Bin Jin with unmatched devotion. Fan edits went viral. Articles speculated daily. But the stars remained silent, professional, graceful, and cryptic. Then, on January 1st, 2021, the world got its answer. Dispatch, the tabloid known for breaking celebrity dating news on New Year's Day, published exclusive photos of Hyun Bin and Sun Yijin quietly spending time together, driving to and from golf courses, wearing masks but unmistakably close. The confirmation came fast. Both stars released official statements. Yes, they were in love. Sun Yijin posted a handwritten message on Instagram. "I'm thankful I met a good person. I will try to take care of the relationship beautifully." Hyun Bin, in his classic composed manner, let his agency speak for him, saying they'd developed feelings after the drama ended and were now happily dating. The world rejoiced. It felt like the happy ending their characters never quite got on screen. And this time it was real. For the next year, the couple remained low-key. No grand interviews, no over-the-top displays. Just occasional sightings, quiet vacations, and rare photos where they looked blissfully content, like a couple that had nothing to prove and everything to cherish. Then, on February 10th, 2022, Sun Yijin posted a photo of a tiny white dress. No words, just a soft image. Moments later, Hyunbin shared a photo holding Sun Yijin's hands with this message. I made an important decision. I'm going to marry the woman who always makes me smile. Let's walk through the days ahead together. The internet exploded. Fans who had followed every breadcrumb, from the negotiation to crash landing on you to the LA grocery rumor, were overcome with joy. It wasn't just a romance. It was the perfect K-drama come to life. A love everyone watched play out. On March 31st, 2022, the couple held a private wedding ceremony at the Aston House in Seoul. It was dubbed the wedding of the century in Korea. Surrounded by close friends, family, and industry colleagues, Hyunbin and Sun Yijin exchanged vows against a backdrop of flowers, mountains, and soft piano music. She wore a timeless Ellie Saab gown. He stood tall in a classic tuxedo, eyes never leaving hers. The ceremony was emotional, intimate, and utterly romantic. Photos released later showed the two glowing, smiling with the kind of peace that only comes when you know you've found your person. From co-stars to companions, from rumors to reality, from real-life romance to real-life parenthood, the journey of Hyunbin and Sun Yijin is more than just a love story. It's a testament to patience, sincerity, and the kind of love that grows quietly behind the spotlight until it's ready to shine. They didn't rush. They didn't overshare. They simply loved, deeply, honestly, and on their own terms. And in doing so, they gave fans around the world a love story better than any drama. Life after the spotlight. Love that lingers. After the glitz of their fairy tale wedding and the warmth of welcoming their baby boy, many wondered, would Hyunbin and Sun Yijin retreat into privacy? Would their story slowly fade from headlines like many celebrity couples do? The answer? Not even close. Instead, their love story continued to bloom, not in loud declarations, but in quiet, golden moments that echoed like poetry in the hearts of fans. They didn't have to post couple selfies or stage media appearances. A single glance at a press conference, a mention in an interview, or a fan-captured moment of Hyunbin holding Sun Yijin's bag during a date, it was enough to make the internet melt. Unlike many celebrity couples who thrive on public affection, Hyunbin and Sun Yijin chose subtlety. But their chemistry? Still electric. At film festivals or brand events, their interactions were calm, respectful, yet deeply affectionate, like two people who had found a deep friendship underneath their romance. In 2023, Sun Yijin returned to social media, not with glam shots or endorsements, but with photos of homemade meals. Fans quickly noticed something charming. Her captions were full of warmth, humor, and tiny clues about her domestic life. Many believe it was her way of quietly showing the world just how happy she was. And Hyunbin? The once stoic actor was seen smiling more, laughing more, his eyes softer, his aura gentler. In an interview promoting a film, when asked if his life had changed since marriage, he gave a rare, shy smile and simply said, "Everything is better now." Power couple goals, at home and on the world stage. Individually, both Hyunbin and Sun Yijin continued to dominate their careers. He starred in high-octane thrillers and romantic dramas. She began choosing scripts that reflected her new stage in life, mature, complex, quietly powerful. But something had changed. They weren't just actors anymore. They had become icons of true love. Not the kind that fades after the cameras stop rolling, but the kind that grows roots, steady, real, and admired across the globe. Their love story became an inspiration in places far beyond Korea. Filipino fans trended hashtags daily. Thai and Vietnamese news outlets referred to them as the king and queen of K-love. Chinese fan clubs built entire forums just tracking their love story timeline. Even Western media outlets, usually reserved in their coverage of Korean celebrities, began calling them the Korean Brad and Angelina, but happier. Parenthood, privacy, and a promise. When they became parents, the narrative shifted again from romance to family. Yet the fans didn't disappear. Instead, the world respected their need for privacy and instead celebrated every little breadcrumb they chose to share. One time, a fan spotted Hyunbin buying baby supplies alone at a mall. No entourage. No sunglasses. Just a proud father figuring out diapers like any regular dad. Another time, Sun Yijin posted a blurry photo of her child's tiny hand gripping hers, with the caption, "My whole world in this hand." Their story had matured, deepened. It wasn't just about two celebrities in love. It was about a couple choosing each other every day, behind the cameras, away from the noise. What's next? A forever in the making. Now, fans no longer ask, are they dating? Or will they marry? Instead, the question is, what chapter comes next? Will they act together again? Will they share a photo of their baby someday? Will we ever get a Bin family travel vlog we can dream? But even if none of that happens, one thing is certain. They already gave us the ultimate romance. A love that grew slowly. A love that survived fame. A love that became real. In a world of flashy headlines and fleeting connections, Hyun Bin and Sun Yijin are a reminder that sometimes the greatest love stories are the ones that don't need a script.